Today we're talking about courage, the second of the 8 chivalric virtues, and some say it's the most important chivalric virtue of them all. Courage is not a virtue, though, that will stand on its own. It comes from all the other virtues. Courage comes from faith, it comes from honor, it comes from generosity. So courage in itself is actually nothing. But it is the act of overcoming fear. Not the absence of fear, but the act of overcoming fear. Courage is important for us as knights because without courage we will not be able to change the world. Without courage we will not even be able to be different than the rest of the world around us. And if we want to stand up against injustice, if we want to make a difference, we have to be courageous. We have to overcome the fear of what will other people think of me, and overcome the fear of what will people say if they really knew what I was like, and overcome the fear of what will other people do when I act differently. So courage is vital for us to become knights, and it's vital a part of knighthood. In medieval days, courage came from faith, because the knights believed that if they were slain in battle they would come to heaven. They believed that the battle they were fighting was just and a way to glorify God, and therefore they were completely fearless in battle. Now, I don't condone just rushing into battle for battle's sake. I am fearless, I'll do. Raymond Lull, who was a medieval monk and knight, he writes that faith or courage must be tempered by prudence, by humility, and by grace. So he goes so far to say that courage without prudence and without grace and without humility is complete foolishness. Just rushing in and being brave just to be brave is being foolish. So where does courage come from? We've mentioned faith already, and faith will give you courage. Believing that there is an ultimate good will give you courage. Believing that there is a right thing and a wrong thing will give you courage to stand for the right against the wrong. I believe that there are 3 qualities that can give us courage. First of all, I believe that truth will give you courage, because truth will set you free. If you speak truthfully, you don't have to think about anybody seeing who you really are or finding out the real truth behind your words. If you are being transparent and you're being yourself and being truthful, then you have nothing to hide and nothing to fear, because nobody will discover who you really are. Nobody will be able to take off the mask and see the real you, because it's already there, the real you. Mark Twain says that if you never lie, you never have to remember what you've said. Secondly, I believe that grace will give you courage. Grace, which also means forgiveness, is the kind of thing that will cut off the past from you so that you can move freely into the future. By confessing our shortcomings, by coming clean, and by that then receiving forgiveness from others, we cut off everything that holds us back into the past so we can move into the future and move into the battle for justice. The last thing that gives us courage is justice. Justice is standing up for the little person, standing up for the good, fighting for the good cause. Justice means to be fair and to deal fairly with people. Justice is what gives us the right to righteous anger, not petty anger or vindictive anger, but the righteous anger. When we see injustice, it sparks a flame of righteous anger in us, which will give us the courage to overcome the fear of what will people think of me if I speak out, because we just have to speak out because this is so wrong. The righteous anger will give us courage to move into the battle, stand up for justice. Incidentally, truth, grace and justice are the three faces of love. And love, the perfect love, will cast out all fear. There is safety, there is security, and there is always victory in perfect love. That will make us knights, it will make us fearless, it will help us change the world, and it will enable us, empower us, and it will transform us into champions of truth that will only speak the truth and seek the truth. It'll make us champions of grace that will be humble enough to admit when we're wrong, and also that will receive forgiveness from others so that we can move past our own wrongdoings. It will make us champions of justice, people who cannot stay silent but have to act against injustice, have to change the world to be a better place to live in, and then we will be knights.